Hey y'all, Blind here, and we're back with more Secret of Mana! On the last episode, we went into a very obvious trap, only to get rescued by an old friend who had the help of a grown-up white dragon that we helped a while back, named Flammy. And now we have access to the skies. Now there is just so much I can say about this world map. First off, basic controls are that A lets you go up, there is of course upper limit, and B is how you descend and also how you land somewhere. When you get close to landing you get this overhead view, but when you're up in the air, okay, you can press start to get this really bad world map. It's not very good. I honestly don't really recommend this unless you're just really having trouble finding a specific point. B will get you out of that. And if you hit R, you can get this overhead view even while you're high up. So this is how we're gonna explore the world map for you guys, because there's really a lot to take in here. And when I'm going over this, I just want you all to keep in mind everything that I pointed out about this game and its pacing and the fact that it started out as a different game called Maru's Island when it was going to be on the Nintendo PlayStation before that deal with Sony fell through. And then they had to cut it way back and scrapped a lot of ideas that later went on to be reused in Chrono Trigger. Yeah, just keep all that in mind. So this is Matango. As you can see, there is just a huge forest area here. Huge! And, I mean, it makes sense. We did go through a lot of forest to get to Matango. And over here is the Canon Travel that is by Matango. And I'm not actually sure what this is. Oh, okay, I know what this is. This is the Wind Palace and the Sprite Village, which means that the Forest of Seasons is somewhere over here, but like, yeah, I guess this whole gigantic forest is supposed to be on this side of the river. Is supposed to be the Forest of Seasons. Because over here is the Canon Travel that connects to that. Now if we go south a little bit, this is actually Poto's village. And if we get down low, you can kind of see like really fine details of this area. Like here's the bridge that the game started on, that we fell down. You can even see the little river and the pathways we took. The little bridge we went across to get up in there to go grab the mana sword, and then the little pathway through the forest all the way over here to Poto's village. Super detailed on this map. You know, there's the Canon Travel. You know, they've even got every single building in Poto's rendered on this map, including the little flower garden there. Yeah, just amazing level of detail here. And if you go down a little bit from here, I guess it gets a little bit weird because, let's see, yeah, the Canon Travel's right there. It feels like the Canon Travel should be down a little bit more, but yeah, it's still super detailed because you can see all the different pathways here, you know, including the bridges that go up this way. And okay, here is definitely where it kind of gets away from the actual design there, because like this little stretch of pathway does not exist before Nico's house, but that's Nico's house right there. Then you go up here and yeah, here's the water palace. It's a little weird, but it's still fairly accurate. You get what I'm saying. You know, we come down here and we wind up in Pandora, which I guess this is fairly accurate because you do come basically next to the castle. And, you know, here's the ruins there, and there's the town with every single building rendered appropriately, and the castle. And then here is the area that leads to Gaia's navel, which I don't know. Seems like they kind of got a little generic with designing that, but that's okay. There really wasn't much to note in this. This is where the details starting to drop off a little bit. Here's Kaipo, of course. And then here's Gaia's navel. The detail is kind of dropped a little, but you can still kind of see the details of all the twists and turns into Gaia's navel. And there's the way to the Witch's Forest and the cannon travel there. And this is actually the Witch's Forest right here. I have no idea what this right here is supposed to be. Like, clearly this is where you teleport to, because there's the marker, there's that marker, and I think even if we go to the Water Palace, we might see another one of those markers. Or, no, I guess not, it's just right next to the castle. But anyway, yeah, this is the Witch's Forest. Doesn't really look much like a forest. And this is the Witch's Castle. And of course, you know, from here we went up to the Northlands. But from the Northlands, you see that it's not detailed really at all. And then we got the desert. Yeah, here's the desert. Welcome to the land of no detail. And there's the Fire Palace. Like, this landmass is enormous. And you know, okay, I get it. It's a desert. It's supposed to be big. You know, you're meant to get lost in it. I get that. Here's an area we haven't been to yet. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, this desert is just enormous. And there's no detail on the map. But if we go a little bit further, oh, here's another area we haven't been to yet. I will just say that this area here is also enormous, but everything we do here only takes place in a very small area in the center of it. But that is very late game, so I won't really talk any further on that. Let's see. Over here, we get to the Ice Country. And let's see. There's the cannon travel. So here's Toto Village. Right here. Can't really see hardly any detail. I know it's a forest. But yeah, there is no detail. We never saw anything remotely resembling a beach. So I don't know why there's like water and beach area and mountains. Like, there's this green area down here. Like, all these little details that don't actually exist in the game. And then here is the little fake village that Salamando was being kept at, which is still green on the map, I guess just to visually make it distinct. And over here is the palace where Santa was. We don't actually see Santa's house on the map itself. We got the cannon travel down here. But yeah. Now, let's see if I can find it. This is another area we have not been to yet. This is, I guess, accurate enough. You'll see it soon. Don't worry. Ah, here's the area I really want to talk about, though. But first, I think I should go to Southtown, which I believe is here. And where exactly is this? Is it on its own continent? I'm not super familiar with the whole layout of this world, so you'll have to forgive me as I explore a little bit. Yeah, the Empire is on its own continent. If we look at it, this is the Empire's continent. The whole continent. And we've already explored everything there is to see here. Like, holy cow. This is massive. And okay, most of it is just forest and mountain, nondescript areas. But it feels like there could have been so much more here. But let's look at the map here. Here's Southtown, which is just 2 houses and a road leading to the cannon travel. Okay. And then we go up this way, and here's the real thing I want to talk about. Northtown. The castle right here, that's fine and well. You know, we got this little offshoot leading to the ruins. That is also fine. But look at this town. If you remember the layout, there are a lot more houses here than there are in the actual map. And perhaps most interesting is this right here. Now, if you go into Southtown and go to approximately what this area is, it's nothing. In fact, I'll show you. The bottom right of the town. Actually, I do think most of the houses line up. It's just that little spinny wheel in the houses directly next to it. Yeah, if we come down here, it's this area right here. And it kind of looks like there might be like a pathway at one time that was leading off from here. But wow, it's just... like, what could that have been? My thought is that this is like a remnant of what eventually went on into Chrono Trigger to become the Millennial Fair. Because it kind of looks like a merry-go-round, or like it could be a fair or something. I don't know, it's very interesting. But moving on, let's see, we've already seen all this area. Yeah. We've already seen all this area. We've already seen the desert. Okay, this is an area that we will go to later. You can actually go here now if you want to. I will tell you that the next step in the plot is kind of a red herring. It's kind of a... like, they told us to go seek out Sage Joch in the Lofty Mountains, which I am going to do next, because I want to illustrate this game the way that you would experience it when you first play it. But Sage Joch's just going to send you off to different places to go do other stuff. And this is one of the first areas he sends you to. It's not the first area, but you can certainly do it before you do what's actually the first area. I think, anyway. I don't believe there's anything locking you out of it. I think you could do this or the other thing that he does actually send you to first. And then that other area in the desert, he'll send you to after you've done this area and the first area they sent you to. And then you'll finally get to see Sage Joch, and it's kind of dumb. This is the point in the game where the plot just totally falls apart in pacing. And a lot of people hate it for that. I say a lot of people. This game is beloved, but a lot of people have nostalgia goggles for it too. So this game, it's a fun game. There's a lot to love, but as an adult, I can definitely see this game has a lot of issues. So this is like a very late game area. There's another area that I'm having trouble pinpointing. Okay, it's like directly north of here. Oh yeah, there's also like little islands like this. This is an area that we never actually have to go to for any reason, ever. But it's here. So we'll go ahead and explore this now. It's just a lighthouse. There is nothing here at all. I don't know if there was, like, meant to be a side quest here or something. But, yeah, it's just... It is really bizarre that this exists here. We go up here to the top and we see this man just spinning around. I guess the idea is the light's reflecting off of his bald head. Ha ha ha, thank you for the insensitive bald joke, early 90s Square. I'm Picard, caretaker of this lighthouse. To the northeast is a coral reef. Under it lies a sunken continent. The Mana Palace is really a switch that will refloat the continent. The power of the ancients must have been incredible. And that's all he has to say. Like, that's... He is telling us about, like, the first step of the end game sequence. But we don't need to come here to be told that. And it's so bizarre that this lighthouse is here. With no actual light, just a bald man spinning in circles. Yeah, I lost my hair when I was 20. So, I don't appreciate jokes like that, Square-Enix. Actually, it was Square that made that one. That's Pandora. So, he said northeast, right? Ah, yeah, here we go. Here's the reef. Now, this continent is huge, but right now it's all sunken underwater, except for this tiny little space in the middle, which I am going to land on, because I can. But there's absolutely nothing we can do here. We can walk around this tiny little island. But we can't actually do anything here, and there's no one to talk to here. And I do believe that if we try to actually go inside, that we can't, if I remember correctly. I believe it's either sealed with some kind of force, or it pushes us out, or something. Oh, can't move! And yeah, we're just teleported out. Something's pushing us back. And with that just leaves us one last area. Well, actually, there's another little island, like, north of here, I think. That's not it. That's not it. This island actually is important. I'm not sure if anyone ever tells us to go to this island, though. I'm going to locate it. Ah, here it is. This island here. I'll be here later. But I want to run through the Joch quests before I do what I've got to do here. Just in case he does send us on this. Yeah, there's a little side quest that you can do here anytime you want. There's absolutely nothing stopping you from doing that right now. Anyway, I believe the Lofty Mountains are supposed to be southwest of, yeah, here we go. Yeah, because there's the Witch's Castle, so, yeah. Here's the Lofty Mountains. Now, okay, so I think the idea here is that you're supposed to land right here at the base of the mountain, which is what I am ultimately going to do. Also, yeah, look at all this area over here. Okay, this is a place that we can go to later. This is Tasnica. Joch's gonna send here. It's one of our little side quests we'll have to do. But the only thing we can explore is this castle itself. Look at all this area around it. And really peculiarly, look at this! Just a little island with a beach on it. It almost feels like at one point in time they did plan to have boat travel be a thing. But yeah, we got this big old forest here. we got like this little waterfall opening here, and there's nothing here. And there's nothing on the mountain that looks like this at all. Let's see. What else is there here? There's that little forest that leads back to... That's Kaipo there, just for reference. And, yeah. So, right here... Now, this looks like this would be like the midpoint of the mountain. And this right here would be the peak of the mountain. But this area right here is actually just outside of this town. And you would think that this peak you have to actually climb up to. But, let's see, I know I'm not incorrect here. I know that there is a place that I can land. I think I have to just land, right here at this palace area here. Yeah, you can land here, and it takes you right here. But I'm not really ready to go there. Not quite yet. I thought there was a way you could land at the peak area of the map, but perhaps I was mistaken about that. But yeah, just to put things into reference, this is where we're going to start. This is the town at the base of the mountain. Now that I've given you all the world tour, it's time to get on with the boring part of this episode, which is making the climb to Sage Joch. But first we're going to explore this town. The mana tree grows in the Pure Land, who's watching over us. The Pure Land was that volcano-looking area that I showed off. People from all over visit our ancient temple. Welcome to the lofty mountains. This is Mandala. Like the Mandela effect? Nah, that's Mandela effect. I was making a joke, okay? It fell flat. I was impressed till you said you flew here. Mana sustains the cosmos, but it is not infinite. People no longer cherish life, so mana is fading away. Alright, we've got an inn here, which I believe is really expensive. Yeah, $150 a night. No, thank you. Now that we can fly, we can actually go back to, like, Gaia's Navel. And, I wasn't ready to go up there yet. And stay at the Dwarf Inn for, like, 20 gold. Super cheap. Let's see what's in this house. Oh, hey, there's Watts. Joch and his disciple Jek live on the peak. Enjoy our lovely town. What do you say, Watts? Whew, that's some climb, huh? Alright, I do have some orbs, but I don't want to use them because they're for the spear. And like I said in the previous episode and several episodes before that, I value that balloon effect too much. Monsters patrol the path to the peak. Hope Sage Joch's okay. What do you have to say, kid? I already talked to you, dude. I'm trying to talk to the kid. Welcome to the lofty mountains. This is Mandala. I think I already did talk to him. Okay. I didn't talk to this guy. Go down the mountain a bit, and you'll see a cave monsters are dwelling. But it's the Palace of Darkness. So that there tells me I already need to go to the Palace of Darkness, but we will save it for later. Okay, I believe this equipment is better than what I've got, but I'm not going to buy it. Because it's kind of pricey, and yeah, I've got a really good reason for not wanting to buy it. But that is the town of Mandala. Up here is that palace-looking area. Not the Dark Palace that was just mentioned. The Sage Joch lives high atop the mountain. This temple dates from the Mana Fortress War. The orbs inside store data from that period. The ancients called them, videos, I think? Yeah, this area is really bizarre and doesn't seem to fit the world. That girl always brings flowers. And you'll see what I mean about that as soon as we go inside. Hi, have you come to meditate? What do you have to say? He's meditating, yes, while walking around. Don't bug me while I'm thinking. Well, alright then. Alright, let's just go inside. I don't remember if there was anything else besides this orb display. Oh, there's a door here. For some reason we can pull our weapons out in this one room. And this room too. We could do that in the lighthouse as well for some reason. Sage Joch will not see you unless you show him your will to overcome yourself. Alright. Now for the really weird stuff about this area. These orbs, like, they're strange. Beep. Evening news. At dawn, Lorima launched missiles at the Empire, which had threatened to take Lorima's capital by nightfall. Sounds like a news program. Oh, my heart breaks when she's not around, and I miss her. Clearly a country music video and should be burned. This one's broken. I mean, you can't have a collection of VHSs without one being messed up. Who was Abe Lincoln? Correct! That makes you our new champion. Okay. Apparently, this is a post-apocalyptic version of our world. We must restrict the use of mana energy. What utter nonsense. We're using it up. Huh, you can't use up mana. You don't understand. That sounded like Fox News, basically. People arguing. Whoa! It exploded. I think it just always says that. There! You can see the mana beast. Just moments ago, it hit the fortress. Oh, it's coming this way! We're going off the... So, aside from the country music video and the game show depicting Abraham Lincoln as part of the trivia, these orbs do show us that this world, presumably when the Mana Fortress fell, met a rather apocalyptic end, and they had to rebuild. It even mentions a kingdom that no longer exists known as Lorimar. I think that's the name of a place in the first game, actually. A lot of people believe that if there is a cohesive timeline for the Mana series, that Secret of Mana is the final game in the timeline. And I can kind of see the logic they're getting at. But anyway, with all that done, we're ready to head down the mountain path. We got some new enemies here, but they're really just recolors of enemies we've been fighting. Also, I did say that I was going to level up my magic between episodes, and I got lazy. I'm sorry. It's not really a huge deal, considering that I'm only relying on my Undine magic to cure and for buffs. So it'll be alright. Okay, those flowers are kind of annoying because they always open with Sleep Flower, and they always target the character you control. But yeah, they're basically just more powerful lullabud plants. And they've got some evasion on them, I'm not gonna lie. It might be getting to be about time to upgrade the spear. As much as I like the balloon effect, it's not doing me a lot of favors. So if we're going here, this is actually our Darkness Palace. But I don't want to go in there just yet. And I have a reason for not wanting to go in there just yet. Which will become apparent when we get to the top of this peak here. So yeah, all those weapons upgrading to being effective against plants and insects. Kinda useful right here. But if you actually know what you're supposed to do to progress, you don't actually need to come here at this point in time. By the time that you do actually need to come here, you should already have progressed past this with your orbs. Anyway, we just gotta make our trek up this mountain. We gotta watch out for those birds hatching from the eggs. If you do enough damage to them, they will turn into needle beaks, and they can petrify you. Okay, that was a doom trap. It has a chance to kill you outright, but I managed not to die, so that's good. But I do only have 1 hit point, so actually I don't need to cure all. We'll drop that cure down. Alright, we got some whipping pegs. Good thing I've already got the whip equipped. Now, I don't know if I've drawn attention to it, but every time one of these flowers puts one of my party members asleep, I just press select to switch party members so I can continue the action. Because otherwise, even on the most aggressive settings, your other party members, when controlled by the AI, aren't going to be doing a whole lot while you're unconscious. If you are playing a 3-player game, then you have no choice but to just sit there and wait till you wake up. Okay, Nico, you were not there 2 seconds ago. What the heck, dude? I love mountain climbing. Need anything? I'll even save your game. He's got the same equipment that you could buy at the town we were just at for twice the price. Do not buy from him. He is a ripoff. I'm surprised that didn't actually deal damage to that thing. Usually when an enemy is sitting on the peg and you whip across, they take damage in the process. I forgot to mute my phone. What a professional I am. Let me go ahead and mute that so we don't get anything else. I apologize. But yeah, what I was talking about when I did that world tour is that I did point out how once you went to the upper land, the story, the plot lines, the reasons why you're doing things, it started to fall apart. And here, once you have beaten the Empire, it just totally falls apart and devolves into it's just a glorified series of side quests. That is all excuse me, that is all the game is from this point forward. Anyway, here, ooh, treasure. Medical herb won't fit. Anyway, here is the residence of Sage Joch. Go away! The sage is out! What? Sage Joch went to the Palace of Darkness. You saw it on the way here. Well, alrighty. So this is what I'm talking about. You're going to have a series of coming here, like we were told to by Luca ages ago, and Jack here telling us that the Sage Joch is not here, telling us he went somewhere else. When we go there, he's not going to be there, so with nowhere else to go, we come back here and he tells us he went somewhere else. I am going to show it every time. I might skip the climb up the mountain, I'm undecided on that. But I'm definitely not going to walk back down the mountain when I can just fly back to the town at the base. Is it the base, or is it like the top of a different peak? I'm not entirely certain on that. But yeah, we're not going to do the Dark Palace on this episode. I am going to save it. And I guess you'll find out next time if I am successful or not, because if I come back and decide to buy the armor, that means that I either did a practice attempt or a failed recording where I just got destroyed going in there. But I'm going to try to do it without the armor. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Let's get some different music here. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so and smash that like button. Both of these things help me out tremendously as far as getting visibility. And I like to share my videos with as many people as I can, because these are things I love and I want to share that love with the world. But that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.